Sonic and Knuckles. This definitely has to be one of the best Sonic games ever made. Now this game is a lot like Sonic the Hedgehog 3, except you can't continue where you left off, and you can play as two characters. At the beginning of the game, they will ask whether you want to play as Sonic or Knuckles. I'll play as Sonic because Knuckles is the bad guy. This game has kept some of the elements from Sonic 1, but they've added new level layouts, new enemies, new gameplay, and some new contraptions that you can figure out yourself. Just like Sonic 2 and Sonic 3, they've kept the famous blast processing. Basically, by pressing the jump button while ducking, you charge up your speed, allowing you to go super fast. Some enemies in the grass level include dragonflies, yellow wing flies, and these robots that throw mushrooms at you. Not the type from Super Mario Bros. These mushrooms make you reflect off walls, repelling you from the robot. You can easily kill these with a spin dash or a regular jump. One bad contraption is these vines. Basically, they'll pull you into a certain location. Escape by using blast processing. There are 3 different types of shields in this game. My favorite is the fire shield. And the reason is because, okay, let me mention this. If you get 100 coins, you get another life. Same as in the other games. Now, at the end of Act 1, you'll face a boss. In Act 2, you'll be facing Dr. Robotnik. Now, the thing about the fire shield is, by pressing A in mid-air, you blast forward at your opponent. Now remember, once the shield breaks, you won't lose any coins, but the shield will be destroyed. One thing you can do is bounce up the spinning sign so that you can get more points. You can also land it in certain places to get power-ups, like the coin one that I just broke. Once you get to Act 2, Knuckles will end up blowing you up to the top of the level. There's nothing you can do to stop him, not even blast processing. Now, here you'll run into another shield. This one's the water shield. And by pressing A in midair, you'll dribble like a basketball to come down on your opponent's hard. Besides the change in color scheme, you'll run into these new enemies. They look like chickens with poles attached to their bottoms. Basically, they'll blow wind at you to repel you from them. Once you get to a certain point, the background will become more dull. This looks like a pretty bad color scheme. The final shield is the lightning shield, which attracts coins. And by pressing A in midair, you get to do an extra jump, which is pretty cool. At the end of the level, you'll see a satellite machine. Break it, and the level will turn back to normal. And then you'll realize that Dr. Eggman is responsible for the corrupt color scheme of the course. Basically, how you defeat him in this level is by avoiding the spikes and the fire that boosts out of his rocket, and hit him. Hit him a certain amount of times, and you'll win the level. Basically, then once you get to the end, you get to his capsule. Press the button on the top to release all the innocent animals. Every level there's new contraptions, new enemies, and new level layouts. Some of the enemies in this game are these orange mechanical mice. They have turrets on their heads, so they shoot bullets at you. So you better watch out. Collecting 100 coins isn't the only way to get a new life. Just find a box with Sonic's head on it, break it, and you get another life. If you break the box with the stars on it, then you'll get to become invincible for a temporary amount of time, just like in Super Mario Bros. This part used to be pretty much impossible to get past by. So basically, all you have to do is wait until the missiles drop, and then there'll be a big hole to drop into. Then you get to continue on to the next part of the level. Once you reach this capsule, you'll face the boss, which is actually in the capsule. You'll see his eyes pop out, and he'll try and hit you with his spiked hands. Basically, all you gotta do is stand on the spring on top of his head. Then wait till he swings, then jump. It's best to jump in the direction of the hand that is swinging. Once the hand hits him, he will get hurt. Basically, you gotta do this a number of times. And then a bunch of critters will escape. So basically, Sonic & Knuckles is a great game. But did you know that it was a lock-on cartridge? Basically, you could plug Sonic 2 or Sonic 3 on the top of the Sonic & Knuckles cartridge, and you could actually play as Knuckles in that game. Sweet. Playing Sonic 3 on the Sonic & Knuckles lock-on cartridge, you'll still have all your data saved, but you'll get a chance to play with Knuckles. Playing as Knuckles, you'll still have the gameplay you had in Sonic & Knuckles when playing with Knuckles. But if you play as Sonic and Tail, or Sonic, or just Tail, you'll get the same gameplay and not much will be changed, except the music. It will play the same music as you hear in Sonic & Knuckles for basically power-ups, bosses, and encountering Knuckles himself. So Sonic & Knuckles is a great game, and probably one of the best Sonic games ever made. So, if you have a chance to buy it, I suggest doing so.
Hey Soldier Boy, can I trick, Yo, A-Rap, I really trick, Cali Park, me. Hey man, I was just wondering, can I get up?
Trick. Get out my face, get out my face, get out my